Hey, Steelers fans! Even with the victory over the Atlanta Falcons, the controversies keep coming to the Steelers. And this time, Coach Mike Tomlin is doing something that is not good for the team and offensive coordinator Arthur Smith. And that's not all. With so much uncertainty about Fields, ESPN's Jeremy Fowler speaks with conviction about his opinion on the Steelers' starting position. Stay tuned so you don't miss any details. Leave a like and let's watch the video. There are growing concerns that Pittsburgh Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin might be too involved in shaping the offensive game plan, potentially restricting new offensive coordinator Arthur Smith. Despite securing a surprising victory over the Atlanta Falcons in Week 1, the Steelers' offense didn't manage a single touchdown, relying entirely on kicker Chris Boswell to secure all 18 points through field goals. The game plan, initially conservative, gradually opened up under Smith, showing more creativity than Pittsburgh's recent efforts. However, some fans and analysts speculated that Smith might not have full control over the offense. Ray Fittipaldo of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette shared insights on 93.7 The Fan Morning Show, suggesting that Tomlin's preferences might be influencing the offensive strategy more than expected. Fittipaldo pointed out similarities to former coordinator Matt Canada's style, particularly the lack of middle field passes, a decision he attributed to Tomlin's caution against turnovers in high-traffic areas. "I don't want to say Arthur was handcuffed, but I definitely think Mike wanted it to be a more conservative game plan," Fittipaldo explained. He rationalized that with the Steelers' robust defense, a conservative offensive approach could be a winning formula while the team adjusts under Smith's direction. With Justin Fields stepping in for an injured Russell Wilson, the offense took limited risks, primarily targeting George Pickens for deeper throws. Fields' performance was efficient but not flashy, aligning with the game plan's cautious nature. As the Steelers prepare for their next game against the Denver Broncos, it remains uncertain whether Wilson will return or Fields will continue as starter. Fittipaldo anticipates a similar conservative approach if Fields plays, suggesting the Steelers are unlikely to shift to a more aggressive offensive strategy soon. Fields finished the Falcons game, completing 17 of 23 passes for 156 yards and adding 57 yards on the ground over 14 carries. Both quarterbacks are at pivotal points in their careers, with Fields aiming to validate his early career potential and Wilson striving to prove he remains a capable leader despite recent injuries and advancing age. Wilson's frustration was palpable post-game, reflecting his competitiveness and eagerness to contribute. At 35, he is acutely aware that recovery times lengthen with age, adding pressure to his return. The situation in Pittsburgh remains fluid, with the team balancing between veteran experience and potential future leadership. But if you think the quarterback situation is already resolved, just wait until you hear what ESPN's Jeremy Fowler had to say about Fields and his position on the team. Pittsburgh Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin hinted on Tuesday that Justin Fields might start again this weekend, as Russell Wilson continues to recover from a calf injury. Despite a solid start by Fields in the season opener, ESPN's Jeremy Fowler suggests that Fields is unlikely to secure the starting quarterback position permanently. According to Fowler, the team expects Wilson to resume his role once he's fully healthy, noting that only a standout performance by Fields might alter those plans. Wilson re-injured his calf just before the season started, leaving Fields to lead the team to an 18-10 victory over the Atlanta Falcons. During the game, Fields completed 17 out of 23 passes for 156 yards and added 57 rushing yards, but did not throw any touchdowns. His performance earned a middle-of-the-pack QBR from ESPN, placing him 18th in the league after Week 1. ESPN's Dan Graziano commented on Fields' performance, noting his early game jitters and the conservative strategy employed by the Steelers. According to NFL Next Gen stats, Fields avoided throws in the middle of the field, where Atlanta's Jesse Bates III could disrupt plays, instead focusing on safer, shorter throws. The game resulted in 6 field goals, securing a Steelers victory without a touchdown. The conservative game plan seems to reflect a cautious approach to integrating Fields into the starting role. Further insight came from Alex Kozora of Steelers Depot, who cited NFL insider Jay Glazer's comments on the NFL on Fox podcast. Glazer mentioned that Tomlin is still weighing his options for the upcoming game against Denver, waiting to see how Wilson's recovery progresses. He noted Tomlin's preference for what he called redemption games. hinting that if Wilson is ready, he might lean towards playing him against his former team. Wilson's tenure with the Broncos ended after 2 disappointing seasons, culminating in a hefty financial hit for Denver to release him in March. The decision for the next Steelers starting QB remains pending, with Wilson's health being a critical factor. DraftKings Sportsbook currently favors the Steelers by 2.5 points in their upcoming game against the Broncos, reflecting optimism about their performance irrespective of who starts as quarterback. With Tomlin still assessing the quarterback situation and Wilson's future hanging in the balance, the Steelers face crucial decisions in the coming weeks. Will Justin Fields seize this opportunity? Or will Wilson return to lead the team against his former club? Expectations are high, and the next few games could determine the team's path. So, what do you think? Fields or Wilson? Leave a comment and click on the end screen videos to see everything that comes next in this season full of twists and turns.